Ladies and gentlemen, we are back from a familiar place. We are here in a studio, man. Thank you guys for bearing with me all this time. With all that being said, we got an interview from Shaq News Interviews where Lionel Jinx was interviewed and asked a couple questions about, next gen or current gen, what we have nowadays, and last gen, and what could possibly be holding the games back. And we pretty much got an answer to a lot of that stuff. Before we go on ahead and get into it, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You guys do enjoy the content because we are giving away 2 copies of WWE 2K25. With that being said, let's go on ahead and get back into the video. Here in this interview, Lionel Jinx states that right now the game won't drastically change with graphics and things like that because of the way that they have to use the particular hardware that they have, because they do not have the budget to support 2 pipelines like, for example, NBA 2K does. So you look at NBA 2K next gen and you look at their last gen, you see that there is a drastic difference in their game when it comes to graphics. Now, we don't really see that with the WWE 2K games because they don't have the budget for it. And this is something that I kept telling you guys for a while. A lot of you guys said that it wasn't the consoles, it wasn't that. But no, we have confirmation from the creative director from WWE 2K25 that this is the reason why games may feel held back. Now, they are doing an incredible job with what they have on their hands. The hair looks like it moves much better this year. The lighting looks good. I mean, it feels like the game just got a lighting update in general. But when it comes down to the game and what we're seeing, I can understand now why, this game just feels held back, because you turn on an Xbox One version of the game and an Xbox Series X version of the game, and they look very, very similar. Almost feels like there's just no difference and no particular reason to upgrade other than now us getting the island on current gen, which again, that's a way to encourage people to get this game and get the new consoles, because now you have a mode that's exclusive. That's all, I really honestly wanted. I wanted to feel, like my console was worth something, because for all that we could have just stayed on the last gen consoles at that point, you know what I mean? So there's just a lot of stuff going on with WWE 2K25, and I'm glad we got an answer. Now, the interview will be down below in the description, so you guys can go on ahead and watch the whole thing, because he does talk about the game and what we could be seeing and whatnot. But I think that with that being said, man, I talked about Call of Duty, how they went ahead and nailed certain things. I feel like the titles are still lacking. Some of them are, because I thought that the women's tag team titles and Naomi's entrance looked pretty great, but some of the stuff is just still lacking, and I want that to continue getting better. The titles like the WWE belt, that belt doesn't look as great. It looks bronze instead of gold, and I think that that's one of the belts that should look the best, you know what I mean? And it almost just looks like the W is like there instead of it popping out a little bit. Like, one thing I could say about Call of Duty was that they really nailed the way the belts look. Like, you see the 3D shape, you see everything on there in the game. It just really felt nailed. With that being said though, the graphics do look better this year. The game doesn't look drastically different, but you can tell that there is a bigger upgrade, in terms of the lighting department, the models. Like, Solo Sikoa is one of the models to me that is just a complete 180 from what we saw in WWE 2K24, and honestly, it is well deserved. He looks great, just the beard, everything, the details. That's something that we were really missing, with some of these models, and I feel like they really perfected, Solo Sikoa in WWE 2K25. There's a lot of good things going on with this game, but I definitely wanted to speak about, what is potentially holding this game back, because we've had this conversation so many times in the past, and I felt like this was finally like, all right, this is proof in a pudding that this was really holding the game back. I wanted to go on ahead and amp up that conversation for y'all. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. But now let's get into the real WWE 2K25 news. Let's get into paybacks and things like that that are now included, in the game. Shout out to 101 Gaming. Here you guys see that there are a few ref bump. Send your opponent stumbling towards the referee to take down the bothersome official, which I think is actually really cool that you'll be able to get a ref bump. Now, I wonder what that animation will actually look like, and I'm glad that 2K got that in, because there's times where you just want to do a ref bump and really just end the match, you know what I mean? So I am glad to see that payback in there. Adrenaline rush. Fire up with a surge of energy, resist incoming attacks, and go the offensive. So this is another payback. Adrenaline rush, pretty cool, but so far ref bump is my favorite. Powder. Disorient your opponent with a cloud of powder to the face. Be careful not to get yourself disqualified. Okay, cool. bloodline run-in. So this is part of the bloodline rules match, which to me is really cool. So I am happy to see that. It can be used up to 3 times per match, just like real life. It almost seems like every wrestler gets 3 interferences on their side each, so that's something to be on the lookout for. Dirty breaker, break from your opponent's combo or grab with unsavory aggression. And then bully, intimidate the referee into counting faster during your pin attempts. I like that. I like that. So these paybacks are actually really cool. You'll probably have to unlock them while playing My Rise and things like that. So I am excited to see, you know, what other paybacks they can bring in, or if these are the only ones. Regardless though, if these are the ones added, I think that this is a great step forward, because I don't really pay attention to paybacks, but I think now this is definitely going to be a different vibe for me, because that ref bump one, the one where you can do the bully where the referee counts faster for you, I think these are all W's and things that you can turn into storylines in your universe mode or whatnot. Just great additional gameplay changes for me personally. And I also wanted to go on ahead and speak about the weapons. Shout out to Riot Kick YT on Twitter, X, whatever you guys call it. Here are a look at the new weapons in WWE 2K25, including a safety cone, a trash can lid, and a mannequin arm. So they're adding more weapons. They're doubling down. And if you go into My Rise, you can also get the carnival hammer, Damien's chair, sugar rush, and clown shoe. And if you go into my faction, you can unlock clown horn and juggling pin. And this was posted by Riot Kick, but also this was covered by 101 Gaming on YouTube. So again, there's a lot of things. Make sure y'all going ahead and watch 101 Gaming's YouTube video. I'll make sure to go on ahead and put it down below in the description. Again, lots of changes, positive changes. I'm excited, man. Like, nobody can ever take that away from me. If you're excited about the game, don't let nobody take that joy away from you, man. We're finally getting a new game in a couple weeks. A lot of changes are being added, and I think that's something that's always positive when you're getting changes. WWE 2K is coming with the heat. There's a lot of new things in this game that I am excited to see, because I think that this is all a fresh breath of air for us to be able to go on ahead and play. Now, the one thing that I am really hoping for that they talk about soon is universe mode. They've been very quiet about it. We've gotten promos and 2-day PLE events confirmed, but we haven't heard nothing else about universe mode. So hopefully we get a breakdown soon, because I think that that's, at the end of the day, what's important and, you know, what we should be looking out for. So just my 2 cents on that, man. So 2K, y'all coming with the heat, man, but let us get some of that universe mode news. We need to hear that, man. There's a lot of stuff in there that we need to see if it's fixed or not. A lot of these interviews, they haven't addressed if they fixed the current glitches. We just know what they're adding, but I'm hoping that, you know, we can get a sit-down interview with somebody out there, you know, content creator or whatever, to really hear this out. Let's hear if they really fix some of these things in universe mode, because aside from universe mode not having promos and certain things, the mode was also broken in certain aspects. So I'm hoping that they did double down and really stabilize the mode as much as possible going into 2K25. With that being said though, man, this is going to be it for me. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to stay tuned for the next one, and make sure to go check out the last video where we're talking more WWE 2K25. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.